Hey guys, we're back. So we had a narrative episode last time.
Do you mean micro or regular?
Micro.
I have a micro.
Okay, we're still kind of like getting reset up here. Can you see me? Hey, here we go. Hi. So yeah, we had a narrative episode last time. Basically, just character building stuff, figuring some stuff out. We all leveled up. Marth Van here now has a book of time.
Today I was talking about his penis.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, he's got a book of time now, and officially met the guy that they're trying to kill.
Time for you to sit the fuck down.
Getting pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm sitting down. Let's go. All right.
Tiny penis syndrome.
So.
Well, he likes his face to take up the entire screen.
Well, no, that's why I'm sitting down here now, so they don't have to see my ugly mug for more than 30 seconds.
Mystic Snow!
Hello, Greg. All right. So,
Stop breaking shit.
so you're obviously back now. Do you tell everyone what happened
In the morning.
in the morning? Well, obviously.
So you're not gonna just randomly wake us the fuck up in the middle of the night like an asshole? Wait, that's not the right paper.
Right.
Damn's my shades.
So, what the fuck am I writing down? Because you told me to be scribe.
You're gonna need it in this episode. Basically, just information.
So,
Yeah, I do.
I explained that I met... I deduced it was the god that we're trying to kill, because he pretty much said so.
Oh, my nose
So
is
the
running.
god of history.
First I was stuffing
And-
it.
Seems kind of chill.
Yeah.
I don't know why
I can't figure out what it
he's...
is. It started when I was on my way over.
He's helping us.
Okay.
So, I got a book.
Since we're
of
asleep, that means my
time.
health
Now-
is back. Yes.
It's a double-edged sword, but it's still a useful item. You got something from him, didn't you? This is in the morning, so I'm...
From that god.
Yes.
Did I?
You did. Your medallion,
I tried.
because you were an Oathbreaker Paladin, and you now have his holy symbol.
Almost forgot about that again.
You did.
Yeah.
Which everybody, anybody who needs a short rest can look at your medallion and get a short rest instantly.
Our friend here, before he walked into the waves, said he met him and got something.
He was given a view of his past.
Yes. And have you met him yet?
I have not.
You're probably... And I don't think he has.
He has not.
One of you two are next. So just prepare for a meeting at 2 a.m.
I have a feeling
That's when all my meetings happen.
I have a feeling he's avoiding me because I have the vampiric ties.
I have a feeling that does not bother him.
And see, I haven't told any of them yet about the fact that I have the vampire army behind me. That is still only my information.
Correct. You have not, however.
That'll probably come to light when we're near the battle, in my opinion.
So you're nearing the battle. So Craig goes around and gathers everyone and says, we're having a meeting in the war room in an hour. We're going to need everyone there.
Okay.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Any allies we have?
Those people who are involved. The people who have been blessed by the gods have been coming back to the towers with you. Right? The dwarf, the old man, the child, Valendraft. Also, the wizard and the druid are involved. Craig, Roscoe will be there, and a few other profiles.
The only problem is I don't know how to get into contact with.
Morgana?
Yeah. That was never given to me a way of contacting her.
True.
Yourself.
She's there at the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. So you all are basically in the war room that we'll say is the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Or 14th
That's
floor.
like-
For luck.
You're the war room.
All right. So, you walk in at different times. Roscoe's sitting there discussing what the plan is with what's going on. What are you up?
Just watching hands randomly on screen.
Oh, my hand's just randomly popping up and
Yeah.
and doing random shit. Yeah. So Roscoe is basically talking about battle tactics and how we're gonna basically tackle this thing.
I come in,
Okay.
I have a cup of
It's hard
tea.
on the way over.
I sit down. I look like Winston Churchill from like
Oh,
that
that's-
famous like photo of him like in the war room.
Cigar and everything.
Yes.
Okay. Winston Churchill in wizard's robes. I love it.
I'm Winston Churchill.
Do you like crumpets?
Tea and a
I
cigar.
don't think. I gotta look at something.
All right. So he's basically discussing battle tactics and all that stuff and what the plan is. And
It's a Pokeball.
Morgana, ironically enough, asks about how many units every person is bringing into a battle. She says that she has a vampire, like a group of vampires that can definitely do this and that, and Valendreft brings like points that he can probably get an uprising at the prison that he was at and have numerous convicts, and all of those tactics. And as you all come in, talk of the battle has then
It's juicy stuff.
ceased, and they all look toward you.
Toward me?
No, toward basically
Our group.
yeah, your group as you walk in, and Craig goes, "Well, we've got
God damn it, Craig.
Seriously.
we got two more jobs," and Roscoe just looks up and he goes, "They're actually going to be pretty easy, in and out, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan." Do you actually laugh in character?
Yes.
He just goes, "No, like seriously, I think they're going to be easy. One is essentially there's a dragon rider
Haha.
that I think we'll be able to get in pretty easily. He might need some persuasion.
Do we have a blacksmith on our hands?
You have an artificer. You have somebody who can sell you stuff.
Because I still have those 2 red dragon scales.
Okay.
And I'd like them to be put together for scale mail for this last battle.
Do have the forgery kit.
Do you have the forgery kit?
Yeah.
Alright, so I've got the 2 large red dragon scales. And for the final battle, I want like a scale mail shirt out of this.
Okay, we can work on that.
Because I mean, they're adult dragon scales, so they're big enough for a little halfling.
Oh, yeah.
Or half elf.
Well, I mean, you're technically human sized.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
you're
do you know what I mean?
just thinner.
giant fucking scales.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah.
The
So-
scale it never fails it.
So-
I wanna wag my tail.
So I'm gonna give
Scale.
you the scales to build into like a scale mail shirt for me.
All right, so you guys are actually like discussing that, and Roscoe just goes, "That's
The reason I'm doing that now, because then later on I can get it enchanted and everything because that was talked about. But I just double checked, and because I went Valor Bard,
Mhm.
I have proficiency in medium weight armor.
nice."
So I'm proficient in that armor. It lowers my stealth, but my stealth is already stupid to begin with.
Yeah. No,
It'll kind of unbreak my character just a little.
just a little bit. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for this gift you have given me just now.
However,
Alright.
it does give me armor class of 14 plus my dex modifier.
And your dex modifier is through the fucking roof.
Base
Base dex.
My base dex is 15, so which is a +2 modifier.
Yeah.
And what's the cap on it?
It says max of 2 for the dex modifier. So that would be 14 plus 2, so that's put me at
16 is
16
not
armor
bad,
class.
yeah. All right.
Which
So
is still weird because when I put it into the program, it tried to put me at like a 20-something armor class.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It was retarded.
But yeah, so you guys are discussing that, and Roscoe just goes, you guys are definitely going to need to armor up for this because
Yeah.
I may have made a few pilgrimages to where you guys are going, which was a pain in the ass. And you notice he looks pretty
Righty.
after a lot of that. Still wearing the eye patch. When he was actually talking about his pilgrimage, his golden eye starts glowing brighter and brighter.
So after like the second, I guess after the first side quest thing we do, because I assume you said you had 2 more.
Yeah.
So after like the first one, he'll have the armor done. So
Yeah,
for this one I won't, but the next
I
one
don't have them finalized quite yet.
No, that's fine. I'm just as a storytelling in timeline.
Yeah.
After the next one, I'll have it put together. and
Yeah.
done.
We can definitely do that after this arc.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense.
yeah.
Perfect.
But no, he's telling you about the Dragon Rider, that you can definitely get an army of dragons to take on this basically Hydra island of cultists
Yeah.
that are just fucking crazy.
That would be useful.
Yeah, and the other one is the captain of a guard of a pretty large town. From what I gather, he's fucking bored. Even though it's a pretty large town,
Well,
you guys You guys ever read that scroll of Romeo and Juliet? Right? About the two warring families?
Yeah.
Like, that's what he's dealing with, and he's just fucking sick of it. So, I mean, those are the two others that would probably be down for this.
Well, and we have, of course, the Vampiric Army, seeing as Morgana is here.
Yes, that is available. And we've got quite a sizable army, but we want to make sure that this is a guaranteed win. Because, first off, we need to take all of them out. And then you guys are pretty much going to be the team that's going to be taking out the Hydra itself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got to cut the head off the snake to kill it. So you kill its
Doesn't it
mortal...
technically cut out the heart? Because the heads will just keep regrowing?
Not if you destroy the brains. This thing's huge. It literally
Because
has...
if you cut off the heads to grow back, but if you cut out the heart, it can't regenerate.
It's like a zombie. If you destroy the brain...
Greek mythology.
I'm aware. You're not cutting off the head. You're destroying the brain. Basically, just
Fair enough.
making it... bleh.
Fair
Right.
enough.
So...
So calculated strike
Wanna
rather
make it a
than
pet?
just hacky slashy.
Pretty much, yeah. And there are ways
Boy.
we can do this. You
Wanna
guys
make it?
could all go for the heart, which is probably the heaviest guarded area.
I
Or-
want the Hydra to be my mount.
Or you could branch off and each take on a brain. That's
Small
up to
enough
you.
to fit in the ears.
I want the Hydra
You're
to
all
be my
small
mount.
enough to fit. This thing's fucking huge.
Because we've got a nice dragon and his pet over here that could maybe crawl in the ear and torch some brains with enough distraction.
You guys would be able to go in with the support of one of these, and he gestures to everybody who's been blessed by the gods, right?
As long as we have enough distraction, we should be able to go in and torch the brains one at a time.
I wanna
Well,
make it my
I
mount.
mean, yeah, obviously, the army is going to be the distraction for you guys. So you guys are going to have minimal to no issues,
I want to ride it.
but we're just not ready yet.
That's fine.
So Roscoe is the one that hired us.
Roscoe's the one that hired you and
the rest
brought,
of us had
yeah.
already known him before,
yeah, except for
for the
Rogue.
most part.
So, Roscoe, we need to ask this question straight.
What's up?
Why are we killing this guy?
I did tell you about all those villages that just completely ceased to exist, right?
I believe I wasn't informed of that.
That's right. I did tell you that. I just hired you, and I expected you to just fuck off after the first mission.
Yes.
He's
Well,
a
yeah.
friend, so
So
shut
he
up,
he,
Roscoe.
he redescribes all of the villages and towns in great detail as to how many people lived there, when they were started, when they disappeared, and all of that, and all of the casualties, etc.,
So
etc.
are you getting your own dice anyway?
He doesn't give names. He just gives
it
numbers.
numbers? Is it like half the population?
Ah, Thanos joke.
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Two.
Sorry, you guys, if you guys haven't seen Infinity Wars,
And why haven't you?
and if you haven't seen Endgame, Batman dies. Anyway,
I thought it was Wonder Woman that died.
no. She dies in the next one.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's right. Batman was killed by Superman
Yes.
in this one.
Yep,
Yes.
yep, you're right.
All right. Anyway,
And Kid Flash saved them all at the end.
yeah. So, Craig.
The pain on your face.
That hurt to listen to.
It was on purpose, sweetheart.
Please
I know.
excuse me as I swallow this D4 in hopes that it will kill me quickly. All right.
See, the problem is I
Sometimes
like
you
both
just gotta
Marvel and
disappear for a
DC
while.
equally.
Yeah.
But Marvel stories just lend themselves better to being story told
Oh yeah.
because DC is very dark.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
originally they were a lot darker than they are
Oh,
now.
I know. But they just don't lend themselves to TV adaptation the same way that Marvel does.
Although I have to say,
No.
in the Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller, spot on.
Oh, yeah.
She's a fucking psychopath.
No, TV adaptation definitely.
Oh yeah.
DC is better for TV.
Oh yeah.
Movie adaptation?
Nope.
No, because they got too much story to tell in too little of a time.
Yeah. Although I am actually very interested to see Robert Pattinson play Batman because that might be interesting. Because
Worse than 6
He's a
bullets, too.
sparkly fucking vampire.
10 years ago, and he hated that fucking role.
Sparkly fucking
He's done a lot of other things,
vampire.
Facing
despite the
off
fact that I
against
still
six
think he's a
The
douche.
only thing he is known for is sparkly fucking
No,
Ice
some of
Age
his other
vampire.
roles, some of his
He
other
was
roles are actually pretty
very-
good.
I don't know him in anything
He
else.
was very famous
At all.
for that like 9/11 movie.
That one I didn't see. But anyway,
It's the only one I can think of.
anyway, so Craig basically just takes
Circus movie, he was that.
two envelopes out of his bag,
Like he was working the circus crew.
throws them into the middle of the table, and goes, "These are the last two jobs I have for you that will help us advance the army. I do have some other jobs that I'm kind of like cooking up to see if maybe we can get you guys a little more ready for a
Strength,
battle.
They tried to shovel all the food, us
But they're not done quite yet. Also, while Craig is talking to you, I want everyone to roll me a perception check real quick.
I want to use Craig as a human shield while I ride the Hydra.
We're not there yet.
I'm going to fill him with.
Yeah, you don't want to ride the Hydra.
I have a
I'm gonna fill
32.
him with Hydra food.
You have a 32 on perception?
Because I rolled a 17. I have plus 15, so I rolled a 32.
Okay.
I got 10.
10,
19.
19.
I got a rock.
Okay.
His phone died.
All right, well, you two definitely notice Roscoe get up and walk over to the twins, the wizard and the druid, right? And you can very barely hear him say, "You guys got the big one ready, right?" Right? And they both just like smile and just like very happily nod.
Oh, jeez.
All right, and then he just walks back and he sits down. And that's it. So Craig has given you the list
Fuck you, Craig.
of the Dragon Rider or the Captain of the Guard. And Craig says, honestly, Captain of the Guard, in and out. That's what it seems.
Yay. Pride month.
I say Captain. I say we go Captain of the Guard because he's dealing with two families, and there's a simple solution.
I can do
Murder
Dancy
the
and make everybody
families.
love me.
Two solutions.
I can also go Charm and everybody loves me.
Three solutions.
I can go Bite and turn vampires.
4 solutions.
I was just thinking of.
By my previous answer, I got a rock.
You got a record?
I was just thinking of, going and killing both of them.
Okay.
I mean, they're big families.
I mean,
The note 4. Yeah, that's a rock.
So we get them all in one room, and I cast Fireball.
All right. So the
oh, man, now
think
I
I'll
wish I
use
took
my
on group
fireball.
charm.
Basically-
control or whatever.
basically the paper shows that the Captain of the Guard
I
has
can
been.
even
And then
I can even go
itself.
one better and memory modify to where the family feud began and get rid of it.
That's not bad.
So that's 5 solutions.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the paper pretty much just describes that it's a town comprised of mostly elves and dwarves. The dwarves man the mine, the elves man the farm, and for some strange reason, they have been pretty much warring with each other for the past 500 years.
Dwarves and elves have always hated themselves and
Yes.
each other. Okay, this is kind of a given.
But there you go. There's that. Captain of the Guard's been looking for an out, but can't find anything that he deems worthy of his skills.
Let's go see this Captain of the Guard.
All right, let's go. So what am I writing now?
You'll find out.
Should I
So,
stab you now or later?
stab me after I end the episode.
Do it
Okay.
now.
Do it now. All right. So,
No, maybe I'll just aggressively bleed on you.
I mean, you can do that if you want. Kind of weird though.
Yeah.
All right. Just put the knife away.
Dual wielding. Don't be
There
an
you
idiot.
go.
I have one in the car too,
I'm
and
a-
I usually dual wield.
I'm
so-
on
then
this
goes
armed right now. That's a
Sanji
surprise.
I have one in your
Three-wheel.
mouth as well.
All right. Let's see your knife.
I don't have one.
Puts his dick on the table.
That's a broadsword. Anyway.
There we go.
All right. So you arrive at the town, and there's 2 guards out front, and they're telling you. No, I'm just kidding.
It goes through a lot.
Right. You arrive at the town, and there is just a single guard at the gate. 2 towers. Right. You can see people up top, just kind of like looking out, saying, "Who the fuck is this?"
We're visiting dignitaries. We've come to play music and entertain.
Giggity.
I would say roll me a persuasion check, but you're gonna get a 92.
Do you want a persuasion or do you want a deception?
Deception. Yes, deception. What's your deception? Plus 19.
22. I have plus 12 on deception.
Okay. All right, they're cool. Who are you here to see?
The captain of the guard, maybe, or just whoever we feel like.
All right, yeah, sure. And they escort you directly to the captain of the guard. By the way, it was nighttime. What was your role, really?
Oh, if that was the
It
case.
is now breaching to about 10 o'clock.
It's 24.
Okay.
So
So,
it's
yeah.
nighttime, so I should just switch over to this
Whoever
one.
you feel like asked what
Yeah.
they were doing there.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
It's do whatever the fuck you feel like because Kai's magic at nighttime.
All right, pretty much. So you arrive at the captain of the guard. Basically, we'll say it's the barracks. There's a few soldiers here and there. There's one person barking orders to a few people in the training grounds. There's another person, like basically not patrolling, but just walking around almost aimlessly, checking up on everybody. The standard King Arthur castle
Stereotypical, yeah.
situation, cinematic movies. What do you do?
We have received a summons by the captain of the guard.
They just straight up point. It's like, oh yeah, Friedrich, he's over there.
Friedrich.
Friedrich.
Friedrich. I assume that's with a U and an ICK at the end.
Correct.
Friuderick.
Frou frou?
No, just
Friedrich.
Friedrich.
So I can't call him frou frou?
No, see, because I was kind of like when I wrote this out, I was kind of expecting Mason to be here. Right, I did make some edits on some other stuff, but the Dragon Rider is not quite ready yet. But I expected Mason, who was the idiot of our group, to go, "Hey, Frederick, how's it going?" All right, so yeah,
Alright.
you approach Friedrich.
Frou frou.
Hi. So we actually received a
His name is not frou frou.
request for some assistance. We hear you're struggling with a couple of families in your town.
I'm just getting sick and tired of their fucking bullshit.
And in return for dealing with your problem, we have a problem of our own that could use your remarkable abilities. Oh, I'm playing the flattery card.
Yeah,
I'm playing the flattery card.
he's going to roll an insight check, and
Do you want me to roll a deception check?
no, he's just going to roll a straight up insight to see, because he's captain of the guard. He's going to be straight up suspicious. That's a 14. So I'm going to say that he is leery, but listening.
I mean, I'm not lying. We do need his assistance.
True, but you're trying to flatter him, and
I could charm him instead.
most people who try to flatter him or bribe him or that kind of stuff is trying to get out of the situation.
I straight up offered to solve this whole situation, so whatever.
Yeah, but he's questioning the motives.
So we have our own problems, and we can deal with yours fairly quickly in exchange for your aid and ours.
What do you need?
We have a battle we need to fight down the line.
Oh,
We
so,
could use some reinforcements.
so you need an army.
Yes. To add to our other armies.
I could easily get the entire militia of the kingdom.
And then some.
No, like the entire kingdom's militia. Like every town, every soldier you need.
Perfect.
We're talking maybe 2,500, 3,000.
That'll do.
Okay. What's this battle for?
The existence of humanity.
He just like looks at you very like questioningly, like what?
We're facing against an enemy that has quite literally wiped towns from existence and even knowledge.
His eyes are now glowing a bright, bright white, almost like a diamond color.
Okay.
All right. He gets very excited to hear that. All right, and he just goes,
That was epic poppery at the timing, too, by the way.
"I'm in."
Perfect. Point me in the directions of your family that we need to,
Fuck
deal with.
them. My guys can handle that shit. How about we do this? It's getting kind of late. Let's crash for the night. We'll head out.
So you don't even want us to fix your problem.
Fuck them. They'll figure it out. They've been warned for fucking centuries. Fuck those
Okay.
guys. Let them kill each other.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All right.
fine.
He tosses
I like
you just a random bag of gold that he pulled out of somewhere. Right? And he goes, "Here, 50 gold. Put yourself up at the inn. I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right.
Catch you up in the morning.
So we'll head over to the inn and
Cool.
have some drinks and go to bed.
Okay. I will say that the inn for a room for you guys costs like 20 gold, so you have plenty of gold for drinks.
Like I said,
Yeah.
get some drinks.
Yeah.
We've got a few drunks around.
Okay. All right.
And I, of course,
Where?
play some music and get even more gold thrown at us. So we'll get more drinks.
Performance check first. Wait, do you drink first or do you play?
Play first.
Play first. All right. Performance.
23.
23. All in all, from that, you get about
I swear to God,
98 gold.
Nice.
All right.
So we're at like 100 gold to spend on drinks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect.
All right. So I want everyone to roll me a constitution check to see how drunk we get.
Really drunk.
18.
8.
I got 20.
20.
I got a rock.
You did get a rock. What's your constitution modifier?
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Yeah.
I got a rock.
Yeah, that's.
So
yes, it is a rock.
So what do you get?
Plus 0.
Okay, so a 3 and a 4. All right. I need.
No, he said he had an 8.
Oh, you got an 8. All right. I need you to mark down 2 tally marks, and I need you to mark down 3.
So meanwhile, you and I are like, a little bit tipsy, not too bad.
These guys are just straight up shit faced.
I look suspiciously at your tally marks.
You may look suspiciously at the tally
So
marks.
you just try to put that on the back that
All you
doesn't
want.
fit?
Yes.
3 of them.
Have you ever been
No.
I heard
Space
what you
whales?
said.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
And since
No.
we have lots of gold, I get like the top shelf stuff.
Yeah, that's why you're so fucking shit faced. All right. I also I need you to make your 2d20 rolls. We have forgotten about that.
So a 17 and a 7. Useful.
Okay. That actually probably will be useful. So then you guys crash for the night.
I think I need more.
What do we crash into?
I know, right?
You just go up into your room and you lay down. It's probably about,
So you got to take care of your.
we'll say, midnight.
Yes, I do.
We'll-
He can't get drunk. He's got to play with the dragon.
Yeah, we'll say it's about midnight when you
I
guys
cuffed on my babies.
go to sleep. All right, you get up into your room by like 11:50. You're all asleep by midnight. You know, just like straight up sawing logs. You've got your little baby dragon, like, you know, curled up, and you're just like
cuddling the shit. out of
cuddling with this
baby.
little fucking
Cuddling
cute
the
adorable
shitty
dragon,
bitch.
Being cuddly as fuck here.
right?
I thought you were always cuddly as fuck.
Yes,
And
it's true.
at 1 a.m, you hear a knock on your door.
Why do I hear this knock?
I growl at the
Perception
door.
to see if I actually hear it.
Okay, perception.
She is pretty
Yeah,
fucking
you are
drunk.
pretty fucking drunk.
17.
17, you definitely hear it.
I growl at
Hi, me again, Friedrich. Yeah, I'm gonna need your help.
Alright, give me a minute. I kind of unroll from the cuddle pile between Orion and Hermes. since
Okay.
They're coming with us for this shit.
All right.
So
Who-
I kind of untumble myself from between the two of them and stumble over to the door and go, what happened this time?
Well, believe it or not, this is actually the first time this has actually happened. But yeah, we got a dead dwarf.
Dead dwarf.
I mean, mostly these idiots just slap each other around, but yeah, somebody's dead now. So
Take me to your suspects, I guess, if you have any, or at least the scene, so I can figure what's going on.
I mean, we don't really have any suspects yet. We just found them like maybe an hour ago.
All right,
We've
Let
already we've already taken care of the body, taken it to the morgue.
all right. Give me a second. Orion, come. And I'm like, okay, take me to where it happened.
Okay.
I don't care about the rest of them. Just take me where it happens.
Are you guys coming with? What are you doing?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
I
It's
tried
still
to shake off the slight hangover.
it's still dark as
And
fuck.
no,
on me,
you're hungover.
Yeah.
And actually, still a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
It's still dark for me because it's like
Correct.
1 in the fucking morning.
Correct.
Is the bartender still there?
At the inn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tea.
He just whips you up some tea. All right.
You
And-
guys,
and
we
I-
spent enough last night. We can have whatever we want now.
I put.
Well, I mean, he sees you with the captain of the guard, who asked what room was yours. So, I mean, obviously he knows, like, okay, these guys are kind of important.
and I down it, like
Chug it up.
trying to shake it off.
Alrighty.
All right, let's go. Fuck you, Craig.
All right.
So, take me to the scene. Paint me a word
Battle
picture.
cry.
All right.
Battle cry now.
So
Fuck you.
the scene of the crime is actually pretty much in a back alley. It's near a weaponsmith, a blacksmith, or rather a weaponsmith and an armorer. There is a bar that you pass on the way to this crime scene, and it
I'm a
is pretty
lawyer
much
now.
in a back alley.
Where did you find the weapon?
We didn't find a weapon.
So it wasn't there.
No weapon that we found.
Did we find any footprints? Any handprints?
Roll me a perception check. Or no, investigation.
8.
8.
I'm also asking him, so.
Alright, well, I mean, he does point out some tracks that you can't identify. You've never seen any.
Alright,
Tracks,
that's all I
like-
needed.
Okay.
That's all I needed.
Okay?
Orion, you get to do some sniffery. I assume you want me to roll an animal handling.
Yeah.
17.
Okay, and I also need you to roll me a wisdom check for him.
He's going to get an advantage on perception for smells. Because he's going to sniff this track to give us a direction.
Okay.
Just so you are aware as
Okay.
to what I was doing with that.
By the way, this was planned out.
I'm sure. We have a 14.
You follow the tracks about 50 to 100 feet through the back alley. And then Orion starts circling around, extremely confused.
Alright, so we've kind of got a direction.
Oh, man, man.
It's basically like toward the residential area of this town.
Alright, but it gives us a general direction, which means we can rule out some of the residential behind us, I assume.
Actually, that area was more like the business
Okay.
district.
Okay, so that was more like town center. This is everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
The suburbs, as it were.
Excuse me, Froderick.
I'm loving this character play, by the way. Yeah.
Why didn't you just call the cleric to raise him from the dead?
Clerics don't really raise people from the dead around here.
Oh,
I kind of figured you'd need a necromancer for that.
No clerics can do
All we have here is, like, our cleric is our mortician, pretty much.
that. Okay, I'm going to
Slash priest.
do.
does he at least know speak with dead?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, we've never really had a murder. Not for at least 200 years.
It would be so much easier if we had a good cleric. This is their kind of thing.
Things would be more cleric.
Would that work for? Would it work to find a specific person, or would I need to go the other direction?
It says if you are familiar with.
Or would that work better to find the target?
Well, definitely, but you might need some more information to do that.
Let's see. I have another thought. We've got a general direction, but it's not really giving us anything. How about you take me to see the poor deceased man?
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
Because I have a thought process.
Okay.
Perhaps if they re-see this person, the murderer might get a little spooked and act out again.
What do you mean? Okay.
I just need to see him.
Okay. I mean, I would also recommend, like, you're in murder mystery territory here, so gather as much information as you can.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
but I also have like your stereotypical murder investigation.
Yeah.
Disguise yourself as the person and let the murderer freak out.
Yeah.
Because I happen to have as one of my known spells,
Okay.
so I can just go, zoop,
Yeah.
and walk around town as this person.
For how long can you do that?
It's an hour,
It's an hour. Okay.
but I mean, I can always recast it again.
Yeah. Is that a ritual spell?
What's what?
Does it say ritual under there?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that's a spell slot.
Does it
I don't
have-
think so.
Does it have an upcast cost?
I don't think it has upcast ability. But, well, I don't. Wait. Pull page 233.
Yeah.
Because it says page 233.
All right. So you guys head down to the morgue with the captain.
No.
Alright, so we're off to see this body.
Yeah.
And we're down there. I'm going to roll a perception check to see if I see anything, or investigation.
Oh, wait. Do you want to see the body?
Yeah, to look at
Well,
the
I
body
mean-
and look at the.
Yeah. So you show up with the captain of the guard, and the mortician is there. Introduces himself as Mordecai. Right. Yes. He just like looks at you. Yeah, Mordecai the mortician. Funny. Ha ha. Shut the fuck up. It's been a rough night.
You can see that again.
Whoa. You're not looking okay there, buddy.
He could use some tea. In the meantime, do you mind if I take a look at the body?
Yeah, this is shit I've never seen like on anything.
Alright, so.
Oh, do you mean this shit over here?
No,
or that shit over there?
no, we've gotten dead bodies in here, and like
So am I rolling perception or investigation as I go look at this body?
investigation.
The hell is investigation? 17.
17.
Yep.
The back of the dwarf has very large claw marks and a massive bite mark right here, spanning from his shoulder across his neck onto his chest. Like fucking massive. Like this thing's jaw was probably
Shoulder to
80,
hip.
like 80, no, like shoulder to chest.
Okay, so shoulder to leg, sternum.
This thing probably had like an 8-inch maul.
Hey, you asked me to be the scribe.
I know.
I'm taking down the information I want, and you're gonna have to give me the details that I need.
That's why I'm giving you the details that you need.
Alright. How long does the other one last, actually?
Yeah, Mortician pretty much just goes, cause of death, got fucked up.
Alright, what do we know about this dwarf? Do we know his profession, where he lives, who he's friends with,
Yeah,
his name?
this is, or rather was, Cravat. He's got a wife and a kid in town. He runs the mine. Pisses off a lot of elves frequently. This was not done by an elf. Obviously, not done by an elf.
Drunken, like, no shit, Sherlock.
Let me get you some more tea.
Did you run any tests on the wounds? Did you see any bone pieces? Any claw pieces?
Fuck ton of bone pieces. His.
So there was no foreign objects.
Not that I can see.
Any fur, scales, feathers?
You're welcome to look. I don't do murders. I do send them to the gods. I'm just prepping the body, but this is shit that I
So,
saw that
I'm
kind of
gonna roll
freaking
a
me the fuck out.
perception to see if I see any feathers, claws,
I would actually-
teeth.
Investigation again.
Is that an investigation?
Yeah, because you're investigating.
Okay.
If you're looking at a surrounding area, it's perception.
I rolled a grand total of 4.
Grand total of 4.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, a lot of bite marks. A lot of teeth. And the claw marks on the back are quite deep. And there's a lot of them.
Standing up.
Kind of like waving back and forth.
Waving back and forth and
Okay.
just... like his eyes are closed and like he's sleeping standing.
Okay, I love it. Did you actually want to do something?
Yeah, you send him to the gods. Are you a cleric?
Kind of.
Do you know how to speak with the dead?
Can I fix this drunken issue? He's the smartest of us all. I need to fix the drunk.
The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Alcohol is technically blood
Poison.
poisoning.
You may cast that.
Yes. I am casting Lesser Restoration, and you are no longer drunk.
Actually, remove one of your tallies. You're cognizant because you were drinking the good stuff. Did you want to do it to him too? Is that a spell slot?
Yeah, it's a spell slot.
You want to do it to him too?
Sure.
Okay. Take one of your tallies.
Whoa. That
Tommy want wingies.
whatever you did, that was great.
Giggity.
Kinky.
That's what she said.
It's okay. As long as you're somewhat more
Fog
cognizant.
is
Well,
fog is like beginning to lift.
You're at this point, like, just barely unable to drive a carriage.
Coffee.
can you see if you see anything about these wounds, please? I need to know more about the creature possibly that had done this. Or if it even was a creature.
Okay. I will do. Let's see. Investigation.
Okay.
So that's a 20 total.
Okay. So regularly 20. Whatever it was definitely in some sort of a rage, because this is not a methodical attack. This is just kill.
Not necessarily.
So, it could be either a wild animal or a barbarian. Kind of the same thing.
Very fitting, actually, yes.
Okay, but the teeth marks and claw marks would render barbarian null and void.
No, it depends on the type of barbarian.
Okay. Whoops. I broke my pencil. Epic. Alright.
Survival to try and see if I can identify what animal it came from.
Okay.
I broke some flicky thing.
That's a 14.
That's a 14. It is definitely a large animal. You could identify that it is probably, in some sense, bipedal, because it was able to claw in such a fashion. And also, you do notice a tiny bit of hair or fur on it that is not dwarven or elven in any way. And it is definitely an animal of some sort.
I pull out of my alchemist kit
Okay.
some tweezers. And I
Yeah,
go
but
and
the
I
poison or disease
get the
is not
hair
gonna
out of
be-
the.
Well, it's
Okay.
also what
Out of it.
and what it's from.
Right, but
Huh.
it's not poison. It's just full on hack / dead.
No.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it, but can you determine? Do you have anything?
Hey,
Yes, dear.
see if Mumu can find anything with this.
Orion, sniff.
Perception.
Alright. I don't know why.
Oh, sorry,
just
no. Investigation.
For him,
For him, he would be investigating this.
he wouldn't be perceiving to start hunting it.
I mean, if you want him to, yeah.
Yeah, let's go with the perception because then he can start
Yeah,
tracking it.
yeah.
So it's gonna be a 22.
I'm just gonna break the team up for a quick minute. He immediately bolts, and I'm assuming you follow him.
Yep.
Right back to the crime scene. Starts sniffing around that exact same path that he did before, and stops at the exact same path he stopped before, and starts sniffing around, confused.
Okay. So he's going to the same point where the tracks fade. I'm going to go with winged. Something that flies or changes shape. Could somebody have used polymorph and done this?
Distinct possibility. I still have the sample. So let's see here.
So strange hair.
Yeah, strange hair.
You guys want to do anything? I'm surprised Biscuit hasn't spoken up because there's a dead body nearby.
I want to investigate the body, sniffing it. Almost kind of want to eat it.
You're not eating the dead creature.
She's not around right now, is she?
What?
She's not around the center.
Well, no, she followed
But the
him and
captain of the guard is still
came
there.
back and reported, and yes, the captain of the guard is there.
I just want to sniff this body.
You just want to sniff it?
Yeah.
What are you trying to figure out?
Right now, I just want to sniff it to see if I can tell the age of it.
Necrophilia is frowned upon.
Yeah.
Can you check
I mean,
and see if
you
that fur
say
has
they
any
found
magic?
it.
Okay, all right. Roll me an investigation on that. With advantage because you're dragonborn and have heightened senses.
Oh, this is the one we need.
And that's one you
Oh,
don't
I
know.
have that.
Use that on us, you fool! You drunken idiot!
It was next.
Oh my god.
It was going to
Got a
be
9.
detect magic.
You got a
and
9?
then
Yeah.
We'll do
Um,
both of them.
identify. And I can do them
You-
as rituals. So.
You do sense the smell of alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Alcohol. Do I know what kind of alcohol it is, or just
Dwarven ale.
okay? Okay. So I know he was a drunk.
Or at least was out drinking.
Oh, yeah. There is that.
Or a dwarf.
Dwarves always scent of ale. It's sort of a natural thing. Why don't I have that one?
Their everyday blood alcohol content was pretty much my GPA.
Your GPA was not that high.
Yeah, but it was high enough that I was able to pass.
Well, I mean, even if
I'm complimenting you, sort of.
Backhandedly, yes.
well, even if his GPA was a 1.0, that is like 100% blood alcohol.
Have you met a dwarf?
Dwarfs make maple syrup with vodka.
I mean, he's playing a dwarf. You should know this.
No, he's playing a halfling gnome.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can call him a dwarf.
What do you mean, you people?
And no, I was referring to Ethan,
Oh, right. Right, he was a dwarf.
the Dwarven Ranger. Okay, so you've got alcohol in the system. Yep.
Because that solves everything. So no truth. Because that solves everything.
It does.
Oh my
I'm honestly surprised you didn't pick that one.
Well, I don't actually have that one known. I would have to pull out a scroll for
You can learn it.
Eventually, I have all my spell slots filled though.
Yeah, I mean, like whenever.
I'd have to unlearn something to learn it.
Well, I mean, whenever you level up, you get more spells.
I have all of
that's a
them.
wizard.
Ah.
Yeah,
right.
Bard gets new spells every 3 levels.
Right.
So bards and sorcerers get spells that they know, and that's it.
Yeah.
Wizards know a lot of spells, but can only cast so
Yes.
many.
Yes. That's
You
right.
already felt that way about me.
All right.
So
So yeah, slash marks, bite marks, strange fur, smell of alcohol.
I'm still looking at this strange fur. Detect magic as a ritual.
Give me a second. No, not that one. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have this.
What are you
I
doing?
should add that one to my thing next time I get a 5th level spell.
Do.
But I don't have that one.
All right. Do you have to roll that, by the way?
It's ritual. She doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it just tells me if it's magical, what school it might be. And again, I can roll on it to see specifically the source or any more information you want to give me beyond what the spell normally gives me.
Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second.
Because I'm basically using Arcana at that point to to do stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So roll me that
Arcana check.
Arcana.
12 plus 9 is a 21.
You can definitely tell that this creature is in some way magical in not so much a minor form, but it's common and yet uncommon in its origins. I don't know if that helps.
Oh,
Okay.
that's gonna be really useful. Ooh, that one too.
So it's kind of an uncommon magical creature. Not kind of common as well. It's kind of like on the edge there.
Like you've heard, like you get the feeling that you've heard of whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't
Can't
place
remember.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, I just don't have enough information to.
All right, can you?
Figure
Did
it
you already
out.
use identify?
No, that's next.
Alright.
Cast identify as a ritual.
On the hair,
Yeah.
it's, I guess I have to give you this one. It's hair of a werewolf.
Ah,
Now, whether this was a like afflicted individual or if this was a polymorph spell, you can't tell that.
so it comes from a lycanthrope. Genus Canis.
And I'm assuming that pisses you off.
Oh yeah, they are not so much my friends.
Puppy.
He goes, puppy.
I love it.
You can.
At this point, I look up at this. I step outside a nearby door and look up just to see, is it a full moon or not? Perception. 27.
You don't even see a moon,
Okay.
so you can't really tell what phase it's in.
Okay. So I'm gonna step back inside and be like, Captain, have you been nearing a full moon? I haven't been noticing.
I don't focus on astrology. Not my thing.
Cleric, you pay attention to these things for your ritual stuffs.
Yeah, we're in that cycle for the next 3 days.
We're fucked.
Have there
All right.
have there been wolf attacks nearby recently?
No, not that I've seen.
You're gonna want to put this one on ice and keep it locked.
The fuck is ice?
Make it very, very dead.
Hold on.
Pretty dead now.
Trust me, make it very, very dead.
Cut its head
Knowledge
off.
knowledge Arcana to see if I can
Break the
identify a
brains.
holy spell.
Silver spike.
Okay.
No, I'm not. It's not familiar.
Because it's a completely other form of magic. And I'm not drunk enough
Oh, you
to
don't play with food.
spout things that are meta.
Fair point.
I know far more lycanthropes than I
I
would
do.
Yeah.
like to admit.
Would it help to eat its brains?
Oh,
Huh?
Would it help to eat its brains?
I forget. Was there?
I mean, this dwarf is obviously like dead. It ain't coming
Oh
back.
yeah, but I remember there was like a spell that you cleric people can do. Knowledge Arcana, 21. Something that makes a body like, I don't know, like if there is an affliction that would cause it to come back from the dead to keep that from happening.
Cure disease.
No. There is actually a cleric spell that does what he says.
Out of game, gentle repose.
We'll say yes. What level is that?
Second level.
Second level? Yeah, we'll say he knows that. This just prevents it from coming up from the dead.
It's like a suspended
Yeah,
animation,
it's-
sounds
it-
like.
Here, let me read gentle repose. always good to have. Gentle Repose. You touch a corpse or other remains. For the duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead.
Alright, we'll do
The
that.
spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the
Spells.
target from the dead. Since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit for spells such as Raise Dead.
Alright, so we'll say that he agrees to that. Is this an instantaneous? How long does it take to cast?
One action.
One action. Alright, so oh yeah, good idea. If this thing might fucking come up and maul us to death, and he does that. And we're actually out of time. So we will pick up next time and we'll go from there. So bye guys.
Guess we gotta go.
Bye.
Back in time.